look amazing, don't they? But would you want to marry one? Do you think you could live with one?
And until fairly recently, that's a statement that you could have applied to Italian cars. Great bodies that demanded rather too much attention underneath the bonnet. The motoring equivalent of having a gorgeous but slightly unpredictable supermodel on your arm.
Those days, however, do seem to be over. Meet the supermodel with brains, who also knows how to have fun, the Alfa 156. Carrying on Alfa's tradition, the 156 is indeed the stuff that supermodels are made of. Its looks would happily put many of them to shame. And happily, it'll cost you far less to get this beauty out of the garage in the morning than it does to get Claudia Schiffer and the gang out of bed. Just £17,600 will put you behind the wheel of a 156, and I reckon it's a small price to pay for such a vision.
However, this 156 will make a slightly larger dent in your bank balance because on this version the beauty isn't merely skin deep. Underneath the bonnet you'll find an absolutely amazing 24-valve 2.5 litre V6 engine, the roar from which will make your chest hairs stand on end and will considerably soften the blow when you write out your cheque for £22,300. Now, while you gaze in admiration, taking in the beauty of this car, let me fill you in on its pedigree.
Created by quite possibly the sexiest race on earth, the 156 was designed in Alfa Studio in Milan, a town that simply oozes style and passion. It has unmistakable Alfa styling cues all over it, the classic whiskers that run down to the headlights, the unmistakable V on the bonnet. And like the finest of supermodels, it knows that it's the little details that make all the difference.
Like the way the boot key is cleverly hidden underneath the Alfa badge. The discreet rear door handles that make the 156 seem like it's a coupe. The gorgeous design of the key, it just begs out to be fondled. And what about the feel of the retro silver door handles in your hands? How long before these inspire a whole host of pretenders? That retro feeling of the silver handles is carried on the interior. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has curves in all the right places. And the deep instrument panels really add to the sporty feeling of the 156. And I just love the way this mahogany steering wheel feels in your hands. The leather sport seats do come as an extra, but I reckon they're so much nicer than the velour ones that come as standard, they're worth saving up for.
All in all, the 156 is the kind of car that it's a pleasure to wake up to in the morning. But of course, as we all know, looks aren't everything. Personality counts as well. And even the entry-level 1.8 version is packed with it. So that must mean that this V6 is the life and soul of the party.
And it is, with 120 brake horsepower to keep you entertained and a top speed of 142 miles an hour to amuse you, this car is absolutely packed with fun. Now, the 6-speed gearbox is as smooth as silk, and the roar that you get from that V6 will really send you into raptures. Now, you can feel the power from the engine the moment that your foot hits the accelerator. It goes like a rocket, but it's once you get to 4,000 revs that this engine really begins to sing. These seats feel firm and they feel supportive, and they add to the sporty feeling of the 156. And as I've said before, I just love the steering wheel. That also adds to the whole sportiness of the car. It really is just fantastic fun to drive.
Driving the 156 will put a huge smile on your face, and it gets about as much attention as a supermodel as well. Every time I left it parked up, I returned to find admirers all wanting a closer look. So, the Alfa has got the gorgeous looks and the personality you'd expect from a driver's car.
That was certainly the case with the Alfas of old, but the 156 really is in a different league. It feels solidly built and it simply oozes quality. And although it's too early to tell how all that will hold up over time, industry experts reckon that the 156 is going to have very high resale values, a sure sign that this car is built to last.
Are you tempted? Well, this V6 seems to be the perfect model. It's a great combination that just can't fail to win you over. But if you do succumb to the charms of the Alfa 156, then I have a warning for you. Just don't spend too much time out having fun in it. Your other half may find it hard to believe that it's just a car that's captured your heart and is putting that faraway look in your eye.